Yeah, because it's a very, I don't think there's a right or wrong in any of these discussions, but for me, it's like, I live and breathe Jesus. I put Jesus first before my own self. And I feel like that might be a hard thing for people to do, being a human.
Yeah.
So when I say that, it's like I say, I live in the spirit. That's how I live. It's like, and it's hard because I come from a place where I put myself first. And I used to want to do things for my own gain. But now where I am in my life, it's like, I want to make sure that when people see me, they see a good representation of somebody who's in the kingdom. So, and it's hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's so many, as we were speaking, you were speaking off the camera, the thing I was speaking to you about. It's like, there's always this wrestling with the physical and the spirit, you know, to try and react to things the way your body tells you to, or how your initial mind and thoughts and feelings and emotions tell you to. But I always try to catch myself and ask myself, in my next move and what I'm doing, is somebody gonna look at me and then throw negative light on me being a Christian?
But on that, you know, even like connecting what both of you have said, the righteous anger versus how you try and be as peaceful as possible. Jesus was a man of peace, right? But he's also a man that flipped tables when he had to.
Of course.
If you just look at that flipping tables scenario, looking on, you might think, right, that man's moving mad. And I guess my question to chuck out there is, do you think that you trying to be a man of peace communicates the fact that you're so peaceful that it's Meek? Because sometimes with Christianity, I feel like it's almost like a walkover religion. Like there's certain other religions where there's like this kind of like bravery and this strength attributed to it. But with Christianity, you can have like a soap, for example, mock a pastor calm, as part of the script, because no one's gonna say nothing, no one's gonna kick up a fuss, because Christians are peaceful, whereas you wouldn't do that with certain other religions. So my question is, do we need to be more righteously angry, or do we always need to assume this position of like meekness and peace?
And I don't think being meek means you're weak. I think that's what people get wrong, because I'm talking peace, I'm talking all this, but I promise you, and this is with love. This is with love. I'm not a pushover. I'm not a pushover. That I can guarantee.
I believe you,
But there's a way you do these things.
Not real.
Like if somebody disrespects or does anything like that, I'm not just gonna stand up and shout like I'm not Jesus, so I don't get to say, I can't stand up and flip tables and all that. But what I will do is I will pull you to the side though, and I will have a real, you know, can I say wisdomic? Is that even a word?
Take it.
But it's like, it's just trying to create a safe space between me and the world, because I don't have no malice in my heart. So even when you do me wrong, I'm not doing something to attack you, to hurt you. It's I need to bring your understanding to what you're doing and how this can affect me and affect other people, and how someone else might react to it very differently. Do you understand? So I wouldn't say it's about being a pushover. You just got to know how to navigate, and we're the ones that we have the Bible, we get to read all this. So the more you're reading the word and you're praying and you're getting in the spirit, the Lord is giving you better ways to handle things if you're truthfully stepping in that.
No, but even to add to that, as you guys were speaking, I was thinking about this verse, and it's not necessarily about what we're speaking about, but it can relate back to it. And it speaks about that when the world is getting too much, I'm paraphrasing, you lock yourself in your room. You know, you go to the secret place, and I think a lot of people want to be on the stage, but they don't want to be in the secret place in those moments, in those really triggering experiences. And like even growing up, I was someone who was quite emotion-led, like putting myself first, like I'm a bold person. People need to see that boldness. People need to know that I stand for something, and it's like, no, they don't. They don't need to necessarily see that. And I get what you were saying about, being an example, but you're not God. So even if you're gonna be an example, no one should be idolizing you anyways, you know? So I think, you can have a voice and you can be bold about things, but there's a time.
Yeah, like, it's how you handle it.
Like even with like Esther in the Bible, she was bold, but at a certain point, she had done her 3-day fast. She had gone to the secret place before she approached the king. She didn't just approach the king because she was upset and these are my people, they're trying to come with my people. She could have done that and it probably would have ended very left for her. But because she went to the secret place first, she took her time. And that's why I think people need to take their time with it. Like, you can respond, but use wisdom.
It has to be from a place of wisdom and understanding.
Yeah.
Always,
and go back to the Father. Go back to the Father first.
That's why I think wisdom-wise, there's times where you need to activate that
standard,
that emotion. Like, I'm just thinking as like, even as a parent, like, there's times where you might need to like, no, this is wrong.
But it's still got to come from a place of understanding.
Okay.
Not from a place of raw, that initial emotion that hits you, that you want to react because you're angry.
Because they can hold on to that.
But this is we're all artists, and I feel like we're artists. We're like, we're communicating.
Yeah.
And there's certain, it goes back to languages more than words. It's like, we have to say things from a conviction, and sometimes that conviction needs a bit of weight, and that's what I'm exploring.
What was it?
I'm vexed.
Don't vex my sister.
What you're saying about Christianity being a walkover, it is, because the amount of times I watch films and I hear people blaspheming. When I hear Jesus Christ, when someone's saying it in that way of blaspheming, it goes through my body. They can't say that about Muhammad. That ain't happening, because Muslims wouldn't allow it. But we just say, oh yeah, it's just whatever. So I think you're right. I think Christians are a bit placid. And I also think, going back to the example with Jesus, in the temple, he flipped tables. I think in the book of John, actually, it says my guy brought out a whip. Yeah, he was that vexed, he brought out a whip because they were misusing the house of the Lord. So there are certain things I feel like what you guys are saying is very important. You have to go into that secret place first, because even when I argue with my husband, I'm like, can we go outside, because I need to, because otherwise it's peak. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So there is that, but I do think there's a righteous anger, and I think we do need to be angry about certain things, because God is made a mockery of everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to like set pace in a way, because if you zoom out and look at the world as a whole, war, violence, everywhere. But how do you respond to that? And I think responding in a Christian way with a righteous anger will show an example that the way to respond is to retaliate or just like eye for an eye, because no one's gonna win. But there must be a way to do that.
I do agree with you, and everyone with a righteous anger, Sometimes I feel like we just need to stand together. Open conversations like this. This is refreshing. This is the first time I myself, as a Christian man, has been able to feel connected and remember, my identity, what brought me here, and that love is instilled in everyone else around me. We push together. I feel like because there's so much confidence in, obviously, all due respect, but in other religions as well, compared to our religion, that's why it seems as if we are undermined, but the way of life, our routine has always been peace. It's always been, I think, so naturally, the meaning of my name is only God can judge. So naturally, whenever other people are quick to point fingers and judge, we have always been raised in this way, innit? To bite our tongue for the better, innit? So I believe we do need to be righteously angry, but it's more important for us to unify and stand with strength, because chronological order and time speaks for itself. That's just my opinion.
No, you're spitting, bro. And I think this is good, because we are the Christianity is an upside down kingdom, like the first shall be last. So there is a counter-cultural way. And I think it's so refreshing because we are acknowledging that, there's a righteous anger, but there's also a way of doing it.
Exactly.
And if we bring it to culture and rap, there's a wider culture that says there's this misconception if bro draws man out, man could go up to the world and start talking about the disrespect publicly. And before I've even spoken to bro one-to-one, he's hearing it from the whole thing, like, right, here's Shadey, join out. But what does the Bible say? The Bible says go to him if you have an offense with a brother, one-to-one. That's the righteous anger there, bro.
That's it.
If man I'm allowed to have a problem with you, but it's like, I got to talk to him one-to-one. And then if that doesn't go wrong, then cool, we go to another. It says go to the pastor, whatever, then make it a public thing. So there's still order to
that's what sets us aside. Don't give in to how we see other people responding and dealing with things. Just because you think that doesn't make it right. And that's what's gonna set us apart. And I firmly believe in that, because I see God as a God of love, of peace, of somebody who has too much patience, too much time for us, too much grace. Because if it was based on what we've done and how we've lived in this life, we should all be wiped out.
Done.
But civilization is still going because God is a God of chances. Like, do you understand? When you take that in and you deep it, so when I react to things, I always say to myself, what would God do in this situation? What would Jesus do in this situation? Yeah, he was flipping tables and all that, but majority of the time, he wasn't doing that. That was a real extreme case.